Hello, welcome to Yoga Flow. So today we're going to continue our journey into the niyamas, which are the second limb of the eight-limbed yoga path. So today is all about the tapas. So tapas has a lot of different interpretations. Some will interpret that as self-discipline, goals, aspirations, heat, zeal. What are you passionate for? What are your desires? What's your purpose? All of those kinds of things. I'll try to touch on all of those as we go along with different themes and things to ponder. And prop wise, have a block or two. We will use one block at the end for sure, and we will use a strap. And we'll use a strap at the beginning and the end as well. So you can also use a stretchy band if that's what you've got. We'll just put that right in front of us for now. Good. And coming to a comfortable seat. Think about growing tall from crown to tail. We'll take a slight tuck in the chin. And we'll come into our practice. So as you start to settle in, notice if there's anywhere in the body that you could soften just a little bit more. So through the face, the shoulders, the hips. And then bring your awareness to the breath. Is it calm, smooth, rapid, or choppy? As we inhale through the nose, can you find some expansion in that rib cage? And we'll slowly let that out. Big inhale and expand. Slowly let that out. Fingertips to the side, palms turning up. Inhale, arms lift. Turning palms away. Exhale, grow taller as arms come down. We'll do that one more time. Arms up, inhale and lift. Turning palms away, grow taller from crown to tail. Good. From here, big inhale, arms up, look up there, touching palms together. Exhale, hands in heart center. So I gave you the tapas as an intention, but you can always come up with your own as well. What would you like to give or receive from this practice? And once you have that set, we'll inhale, take the arms up overhead, turning palms away and grow taller. Big inhale, reach and lengthen. Exhale, take a side bend to the left. Reach over, sits bones grounded. Gaze is where your head and neck need it to be. Breathe and expand. And then you choose staying here, going deeper, maybe opening to the ceiling or a little side. Well, it's not a side bend, although you could come back into that, but a deep C curve roll, forehead in the direction of the knee, but not touching. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, coming through center. Inhale, exhale, taking that to the other side. Breathe and expand. And then you choose staying here. You can side bend deeper. You can open up to the ceiling or taking that C curve roll, forehead in the direction of the knee, but not touching. And when you're ready, inhale and lengthen. Exhale, engage, coming all the way back up. Good. From here, we're going to grab our strap. So thread that strap between your pointer and your thumb and take a nice wide grip here, just so it's a little bit tight and not broken. So from here, we'll take this up, big inhale, exhale. We're going to take this over towards the right. Now, as you do that, take that bottom hand down and anchor. Really pull up here, and we're just going to open to the back. Find that stretchy. Should feel it in the armpit, the top of the chest. And we'll lengthen and come back up. Inhale, exhale, rotate towards the right. Take the palms down, rolling shoulders back, looking a little bit behind you. Inhale, left. Exhale, center. Inhale, exhale, taking it over to the left. Good, that hand's gonna come down. Good, top arm's gonna come up and we're gonna open. So finding that stretch again on this side. Inhale, exhale, take it back, lengthen, and come up. Inhale, exhale, rotate to the left, arms come down, rolling the shoulders back, maybe looking a little bit more behind you. Breathe and expand, careful not to crank the spine. And inhale and lift, and exhale, come down. Good. Now I'm going to choke up a little bit here on that grip. Good. And we're going to move forward and back here. So I'll just kind of show you this from a side view. So you want to keep the rib cage in as you move forward and back, and you want to keep your arms long. So maybe you could come all the way back here, but you don't want to bend the arms to do it. So take a wider grip if you need to. Good. And then from here, find your sweet spot. So your sweet spot might not necessarily be full range of motion. So case in point, my sweet spot's actually right about here. This is where I feel my maximum stretch, but I can come all the way down here. So find your sweet spot, find your maximum stretchy point. And when you're ready, we'll take that up. Good. We'll release that strap. We'll have it handy for later. When you're ready, get any other little movement here that would feel good to you. Some shoulder rolls, neck rolls, wrist rolls, spinal rolls, whatever would feel good. And then when you're ready, we're going to come to all fours. So if you need that knee cushion, a wedge for the wrist, or something like that, support yourself. So we're going to spread the fingers nice and wide, rooting through knuckles of pinky, pointer, and thumb. Knees are going to be about hip width apart or slightly wider if you've got a cranky back today. And belly button is in. Inhale, shine the heart forward, tip the pelvis back, nice cow pose. Exhaling around, mad cat pose. And inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Good. Now, if this feels good to you and you're more of a beginner, maybe stay here. I'm going to give you two other options to choose from. Semicircle cat-cow. We inhale on the cow. Exhale as you round through cat, sink down on one hip, move through center, and rolling into cow on that other side, and then reversing that motion. Good. So that's option 2. Option 3 is a little bit more upper body intensive, dynamic cat-cow flow, inhaling on the cow. Exhale round, sinking back, child's pose. Inhale, forearms drop, shifting forward, elbows stay in, and pressing up into that cow pose. So take a few moments here, explore your version of cat-cow. You can stick with one. Good, a mixture of 2 or a medley of all 3. And for a moment, just move with the rhythm and of your breath and your body. And if it feels good to you, then just consider that you're doing it right. Good. And as you complete your last one, we'll find a child's pose. So knees can be together as wide as the mat. You can take your arms long in front of you or hands back by the ankles if shoulders don't like that yet. And then when you're ready, we're going to zip up from pubic bone to behind the navel, belly button in, forehead comes to a block or the floor, or a folded blanket, whatever it is that you have. And breathe and expand. Good. And when you're ready, good, we're going to come back up to tabletop position. Good. If you are 5 foot tall and taller, take a half a hand's width or full hand's width forward. Otherwise, if you're like me and you're shorter than that, stay where you are. We're going to come up into a downward facing dog. So we're going to tuck the toes. We're going to lift up and shift. So pressing in forward into the mat, rooting through knuckles of pinky, pointer, and thumb. Knees are a little bit bent here, and you want to keep them bent if you're tight in the backside. But pressing evenly into big toe and pinky toe mounds, shoulders in their pockets, elbows will turn in slightly. Make sure hips, knees, toes are tracking in that alignment. And then you choose, you can stay here. You can start to lengthen the legs and bend. The deeper the bend, the closer you come to the floor, the harder you make it. You can walk the dog, bending one knee, lengthening one leg at a time. You can come high on the toes and drop the heels. Find what you need. If you've got that Ujjayi pranayama, that victorious breath, the ocean breath, bring that in here. Good. Good. So from here, I'll ask you to ponder, what is your purpose? Tapas is closely aligned to that third chakra, the purpose. Why am I here? Courage. From here, inhale, look forward. Exhale, bend the knees a little bit. We're going to walk the hands back towards the feet. Get into all four corners of the feet. Keep a little micro bend in the knees. Now, you can just kind of dangle here if you'd like. You can grab opposite elbows. You can sway side to side. Do what feels good to you. And then from here, when you're ready, we'll come back center if you took the sway. Release the elbows if you took the grip. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Coming to the floor, shins or thighs. Exhale and we'll bow. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway, long spine. Exhale and we'll bow. Inhale, root through the feet, engage through the glutes. We'll rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. We're going to take that field trip to the top of our mat. So from here, practice with hips width apart if you've got some back issues today. Otherwise, you can take them closer together. Big inhale and reach. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale and we'll bow. Inhale, root, engage and rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale and lift. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale and we'll bow. Inhale, plant the hands, step back into a plank. You can be high in your plank or knee down plank, find yours. Remember, plank, you've got a long line from shoulder to knee or shoulder to ankle. If your booty is up here, you're not in plank, you're in a down dog. Find your plank. Press that floor away, make those shoulder muscles work. And then from here, if you're up high and you're more experienced, try not to collapse the shoulders as you lower down to the belly. Others are going to follow me, knees down first and come down. Good. Untucking the toes and we'll wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Hands come forward into the side of the shoulders. Legs about hip width apart. We're going to go into a cobra series here. So big inhale, belly button in. Exhale, find a baby cobra. Shoulders in their pockets, no cranking or not cranking, but crunching in the low spine. And we'll lower. Inhale, exhale, find your baby cobra. Maybe lift the arms, finding true cobra. Maybe we can take those arms forward, be a little Superman. And taking that down, hands down, lower down. Inhale, exhale, find baby cobra. Lift the hands, find true cobra, maybe a medium or a high cobra. Find yours. And lower that back down. Good. So from here, before we go into upward facing dog, we're going to come into, some people call this skydiver, parachuter, and what have you. But what we're going to do, bend your knees. Good. Now take your knees out to the width of your mat and you can flex the feet. Good. Now from here, my belly button is in. I'm going to lift my arms out to the side, kind of like what we do in frog pose sometimes. This might be it for some people and just lift the upper body. Others, belly button in, engage your glutes, lift your feet up. So now you're in big parachuter, skydiver, what have you. Something I will never do. I do not trust the parachute at 10,000 feet. Nope, nope, nope. And from here, we'll take that down. Good. And wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. One last time, you can rest here, or you can find any cobra of your choice, or you can tuck the toes, come up and find an upward facing dog. Find yours. I practice mine on the tops of the feet. You can always come on the toes here if you need to. And when you're ready, good, we'll lower that back down. And wiggle, wiggle, wiggle the hips. Good. Hands under the shoulders. Stronger, more experienced yogis can push up into plank, shift back down dog. Everyone else follow me through tabletop, tucking toes, lifting up, finding downward facing dog. Finding your breath. So I asked you before, what's your purpose? So what makes you your highest self? For me, that's when I am in my authentic self. I am my highest self when I'm in my authentic self. So what makes you your highest self? Inhale, look forward, bend the knees, walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, little bow. Inhale, root through the feet, engage the glutes, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Here we go with the flow. Once we step back to plank pose, if you want to take or skip the flow, you can. Remember, you can always work on a plank, down dog, child's pose. Do what you need to do. Big inhale, reach and lengthen. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, then we'll bow. Inhale, step or hop back to plank. You choose, take or skip a flow. From your downward facing dog, inhale, look forward, bend the knees, walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, little bow. Inhale, root through the feet, engage the glutes, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale and we'll lift. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, and we'll bow. Inhale, plant the hands, step or hop back to plank. You choose, take or skip a flow. From your downward facing dog, inhale, look forward, bend the knees, walk, step or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, and we'll bow. Inhale, root, engage, and rise. Exhale, hands to heart center, finding breath, mountain, and tension. We're going to change up that pattern a little bit here. Big inhale and reach. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, and we'll bow. Inhale, step or hop back to plank. You choose, take or skip a flow. So tapas, that zeal, that heat, what fires you up? What are you passionate about? Is it your yoga practice? Hopefully, yeah. Or maybe it's a cause or something like that. Maybe you're just really passionate about your family or your friends or what have you. Maybe it's a political cause. Nothing wrong with that either. From here, left leg lifts 3-point, bending that knee, opening to the left. Strong, even upper body here. Head and neck are free. You have options. You can hang out here. You can open and close here. You can circle here. Find what you need. This can also be done on the forearms here in the more dolphin pose. So if that's an option you need to take, feel free to explore that. And then once you're ready, good, with the knees still bent, we're going to take the hips back even to the floor. Inhale, exhale, round, step or pick up and put that foot forward between the hands. Good, that back knee's going to ground. Untuck the back toe if you can. Bring a block or two in here if you need that. Stay grounded or come up and lift. Maybe touching hands together. Inhale. Exhale, we'll open. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Taking hands down to the floor to a block. Now I'm going to bring my block on the inside. And I'm just going to come back here a little bit. We're not going to be here for too long. It's okay if the hip is not directly over the knee, but we want to keep a little softness here. Good. And then I'm going to come back in and take it back. And come back in and take it back. And in and pause. So we're just pausing. Good. From here, when you're ready, good. Plant the hands, tuck the back toe, lift the back knee, front foot steps back. You choose, take or skip your flow. I'm going to skip this flow. Noticing already how you're starting to feel on one side versus the other. From downward facing dog when you're ready. Right leg's going to lift 3-point, bending that knee, opening to the right. Remember, forearms are an option if you need that. You can hang out here. You can open and close here. You can circle here. Find what you need. And it might not be the same that you did on the other side. Hips are different. Mine absolutely certainly are. My balance is different on both sides. My hips and my hamstrings are different on both sides. Good. And then from here, when you're ready, good. Keeping that knee bent, we'll take the hips back even to the floor. Inhale, exhale, round step or pick up and put that foot forward between the hands. Good. We'll lower down that back knee. Use blocks for stability if you need to. Stay grounded if you need to, or taking it up. Remember, front heel stays grounded as well, so it shouldn't be floaty. Breathe. We'll open. Find your courage. Find your courage to be your authentic self, your highest self. Inhale. Exhale. Good. I'm going to use my block, taking that down and coming back. Good. And then when you're ready, good. We'll just move forward and back and forward and back and forward and back, coming forward and pause. And when you're ready, good. We'll frame that front foot, tuck the back toe, lift the back knee, front foot steps back. You choose, take or skip that flow. From down dog when you're ready, inhale, look forward, bend the knees. Walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, and we'll bow. Inhale, root, engage and rise. Exhale, hands to heart center, finding breath, mountain, intention. From here, if you're more advanced, or I shouldn't say that, more experienced is a better way to put that, you can take your legs and feet together. If not, or you've got some back issues, follow me, being hip width apart. Big inhale and reach. Exhale, we're going to sit back into that chair. If you're hip width apart, make sure hip, knees, and toes track here. Find the heels, find the glutes. Inhale, exhale, and we'll fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, and we'll bow. Now, from here, some of you are going to take a block under the face or keep your hand on the floor, but left hand comes under the face to a block or to the floor. Remember, your block's got 3 heights. We'll open to the right. In terms of tapas with goals, can you say no to temporary fixes and band-aids? And yes to longer term goals. Take your time to get there. Good. And we'll come down. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, and we'll bow. Right hand comes to the floor to a block. Open to the left. Are your daily actions and thoughts and decisions, on the path to getting you to reach your goals and aspirations. If not, why not? Inhale, exhale, take that down. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, little bow. Inhale, step or hop back to plank. You choose, take or skip a flow. From here, when we're ready, left leg's gonna lift 3-point, bending that knee. We're gonna take a few cheetahs here. Inhale, exhale, round 1. Inhale, take it back. Exhale, 2. Inhale, back. Exhale, 3, and hold. Belly button in, press the floor away. Step or pick up and put that the left foot forward between the hands, my bad. Warrior prepping that back foot, hip, knees, and toes, turn out away from the body. Use block for stability if you need that. Rise, warrior 1. Front hip will come back hip will come forward. Hips, knees, and toe of this front leg track forward. You should look down and be able to see that front toe. If not, that foot needs to be more forward. And once more, if you would like, maybe we open up into a back bend here. Inhale, exhale, take it up. Options for twists. Those of you with more experience, you can leave your back leg in warrior, taking hands to prayer, hinge forward and twisting to the left. Some of you are going to swivel up that back foot and hinge and twist to the left. Others are going to take the right hand down to a block or to the floor and twist to the left. Back knee can come down at any time. That has nothing to do with your twist. So twist how you need to twist, really opening up that left shoulder. If your back leg is lifted, keep it lifted, really press through the heel. Try not to let it be droopy. Let it be active. Don't be afraid to build a little heat. Inhale, exhale, taking hands down, swivel up the back foot if you did that in warrior. Front foot steps back. You choose, take or skip a flow. I'm starting to glow over here and I have a fan blowing on me. So hopefully you're building up a little bit of heat too, but maybe hopefully not too much. So from here, right leg lifts 3-point, bending that knee. Good. From here, we're going to open again. Find what you need. And come back down. So here we go, going into those cheetahs. Inhale, exhale, round 1. Inhale, take it back. Exhale, 2. Inhale, back. Exhale, 3, and hold. Really take that knee in if you can. Hold it up there. Press the floor away. And when you're ready, step or pick up and put the right foot forward between the hands. Use blocks for stability if you need to. Warrior, prep that back foot. When you're ready, rise. Warrior 1. Front hip comes back hip comes forward. Watch your alignment tracking here. Find that big breath. Ask yourself, why do you come to this practice? Why do you practice? There could be 100 different answers to that question, and each one is correct. Everyone has their own answer, and each one is correct. Maybe we'll open here. And take it up. So here's our twist. Those of you with more experience, good. Maybe take it forward, leg stays in warrior in the back leg, maybe twisting to the right. Maybe you swivel up that back leg, twisting to the right. Maybe a hand needs to come down as you twist to the right. Find yours. Back knee can be lifted or grounded. Really open that right shoulder. Breathe. Think about your Goals and aspirations, again, your tapas. Discipline, courage, will get you there. Inhale, exhale, release, taking it down, swivel up the back foot if you were in warrior. Front foot's gonna step back. You choose, take or skip a flow. Good, noticing. From the down dog when you're ready, inhale, look forward, bend the knees, walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, and bow. Inhale, root, engage, and rise. Exhale, hands to heart center, finding breath, mountain, intention. When you're ready, we're gonna go into a basic balance challenge here. So I'll turn to the side for this one. So we're gonna start on the left leg, and we're just gonna lift the right foot up here. So hips, knees, and toes on that right side is gonna track forward, keeping this knee a little soft. Find a gazing point, something straight ahead that's not moving or straight down onto the floor. Good. And then when you're ready, pressing into big toe, pinky toe mounts, press into the heel, pick up your foot. Now, the higher you go, the harder it is, but not at the expense of stability. So if you're wobbly here, taking your leg up higher is not going to make you more stable. So be where you're stable. Try to really press into the heel, lift up out of that hip. So here's a hanging hip. Here's a lifted hip. Be lifted. And we breathe. Arms, hands can be anywhere that you need them to be. And then when you're ready, we'll lower that foot down and shake off that leg. We'll come into the other side. So right foot, hip, knee, and toe track forward. We'll keep this knee a little soft. When you're ready, find your gazing point, something not moving, and we'll pick up a little bit or pick up a lot. Press in the big toe and pinky toe mounts, press in the heel, grow taller. Breathe. You hold your breath in a balance challenge, you will fall out of your balance. Breathe. And when you're ready, lower that back down, shake out that supporting leg. From the top of the mat, big inhale, reach and lengthen. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, roll bow. From here, your right foot is gonna step back. Good. So find that left up runner, maybe rock back and forth. Using a block for stability if you need that. Otherwise, warrior prep, rise, find your warrior two. So find a heel to heel, heel to a larch, or take this leg out a little bit wider. Could your front hip come back just a smidge, but could you open up the chest? So remember, this is also in a twist here. There's an older cue of trying to make the shoulders and hips kind of fit between a pane of glass here in this position, but the human body is not made to fit between two panes of glass. Good. Now from here, you choose keeping the knee bent for more challenge or lengthening it long, and we'll take it back into exalted. If you like to arm bind or wrap here, find something that feels good to you. Inhale, exhale and release. Back to warrior two. We're going to lengthen that front leg. We're going to prepare for triangle here. So if you need a different alignment for your triangle, wider or shorter, go ahead and do that. Bring a block in here if you need it. But from here, good. My front hip's going to come back. My back hip's going to come forward. I'm keeping my knee a little bit soft and unlocked. I'm rooting into my feet. I'm lengthening, lengthening, lengthening. This is not a forward fold. And when you're ready, hand can come to a thigh, a shin. Bring my block in here. A block or the floor or a yogi toe, and we'll open up here. Think about a stacking of the shoulders. Really open up. Good. Now from here, some of you might stay. Others are just going to take that arm up over by the ear. Some of you are going to find a little challenge here, maybe releasing that bottom arm, coming long. Breathe. It is harder than it looks, I promise. Inhale, exhale, bottom hand comes down, top arm comes up. Look down at that front foot, put a bend in that front knee. We're going to come around and frame that front foot, swivel up the back foot, front foot steps back. You choose, take or skip a flow. Okay. While you're doing that, I'm just going to switch sides. My back is not to you on this next one. Okay. From that downward facing dog, inhale, look forward, bend the knees, walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, roll back. Inhale, root, engage, and rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Taking that to the other side. Big inhale and reach and lengthen. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, rebound. This time, the left foot's going to step back. Find that right up runner. Good. Maybe you rock back and forth here. Hands can always come on blocks if you need that. And then when you're ready, we'll warrior prep that back foot. And with stability, we'll rise. Warrior two. Front hip comes back hip comes forward. Watch your tracking here. When you're ready, with a bent front knee or a lengthened front leg, we'll take it back to exalted. If you did an arm wrap or a bind at this point on the other side, find something similar here. We'll come back to, what is my purpose? When am I my highest self? What steps do I need to take to get to my highest self? You won't be there every day, every moment, but you can find it a lot of the time. Inhale, exhale, finding warrior two. Good. Lengthening that front leg if it's not already. Finding triangle. So if you need to change your alignment here, and I do for this side, then go ahead and do that. Shorten or long your stance. Good. Front hip's going to come back hip's going to come forward. Root in those feet. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Long torso. When you can come no more, come to a thigh, a shin, a block, the floor, maybe opening up. Think about stacking the shoulders. And smile here. Now from here, tap into the heat of the tapas. Maybe arm comes overhead. Maybe bottom arm releases. Woo! Harder for me on this side than it is on the other side. You might be feeling that too, noticing differences. And when you're ready, bottom hand will come down, top arm will come up. Look down at that front foot, put a bend in that front knee, come around, frame that front foot, swivel up the back foot, front foot steps back. You choose, take or skip a flow. And from here, when we're ready, good. We're gonna set ourselves up for a mad dog challenge. So this is the last balance challenge we'll do here before we come down to the floor. But you can also try this in the forearms, and I'm actually gonna try that to my day for myself. So I'm gonna come on the forearms here. Good. So now I'm in a dolphin pose. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna walk my hands, or not my hands, I'm gonna walk my feet up a little bit. And remember, if this just feels good to you and you don't want to lift a leg or do all that kind of stuff, you can stay here. Others, maybe you play lifting that right leg. Good. Forearm down or hand down. Maybe you carefully make your way back towards that left leg. Ooh. It's harder on the forearm, but it's doable. Yeah. And then from here, when you're ready, you can release the arm, release that foot, walk, walk, walk the dog. Good. So from here, when you're ready, we'll take that to the other side. Now, maybe the left leg lifts a little bit. For some of you, this might be all you do. Remember, you can also be on your hands. You don't have to be on forearms. I'm just playing with something different. Good, and then maybe you can play with slowly, 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 taking a hand back there. Now, this is all strength and power. If you don't have the upper body strength here in the shoulders, which is what this balance is about, actually, this will not work for you. Good, and when you're ready, woo, carefully come out of there. Walk, walk, walk your dog, drop the knees, child's pose. Thank you for playing with me with that one. Good, and if you've been a trooper, you've kept your belly button in the whole time, core engagement, just let it go here. Just stay with the breath. So hopefully you built a little tapas heat with that. You're gonna start to cool down a little bit here. So from here, when you're ready, carefully, hands are gonna come underneath the shoulders, press yourself up, and we're gonna come to a seat. So if you like to sit on something, you can bring that in. Good. All right. From here, let's take both legs forward. Good. Legs can be together. If you have something going on and you need to take your legs wider apart, or you know that just feels better to you, go ahead and do that. If you know you can't touch your toes and you want to bring your strap in here, you can do that. If you know your hands go beyond your feet and you want to bring a block in here, feel free to do that as well. Keep the knees slightly bent if you're tight in the backside. Big inhale. Exhale, hinge from the hips with a long spine, and when you can come no more, then we'll fold forward. Breathe and expand. Maybe a third chakra affirmation here. I am confident. I believe in myself. I believe in my goals and aspirations. I believe in my tapas. Inhale, exhale, coming up out of there. Good. I'm going to take my right peace fingers here. I'm going to put a bend in my right knee. And I'm going to take my foot here. Now, most of you are probably going to practice this way. There is a more advanced one that you can do. I don't really do it really well, but if you are okay with it, you can take the foot up into that hip crease. Right arm is going to come around, bind at the toe, and you can fold here. I can't really bind there. It doesn't feel good to me most of the time. So I'm just going to do this one right here. So practice where you are in your practice today in this moment. Big inhale, exhale, hinge and fold. Oh, good. Inhale, exhale, release, coming out of there. Good. From here, both legs can be long if you need to. You can take a foot up here. You can cross it over. You can bring this bottom leg in if you would like, as long as both sits bones can be grounded. So if you're kind of hyped up here when you do that, you need to at least be back here, okay? So from here, when we're ready, big inhale, reach and lengthen. Exhale, twist to the right or whatever leg you've got on top. Twist in that direction. Rolling the shoulder back. Careful not to crank through the spine. Inhale, exhale and release. And we're going to take that whole series to the other side. So now right leg's gonna come long. Good, bring your left foot in, find the version of this that you need today. Big inhale and reach. Exhale, hinge and take your fold. So think about your boundaries. Do you need boundaries in place to pursue your passions, your goals or aspirations, getting to your highest self? So Sunday's my day off. It's the only time I don't teach. It's the only time that my husband and I both are not working during the week. So in order for me to be my highest self or strive for that, my boundary is no teaching or coaching on Sundays. Because as a human being, I too need some rest and a break from time to time. And when you're ready, inhale, exhale, release, and come back up. Good. So going into the twist, be where you need to be. Are both legs long? Are you going to bend this knee in? Are you going to cross it over? Are you going to bring in the other one? Remember, both sits bones need to be grounded here if you're going to bring in the bottom leg. Big inhale and reach. Exhale, twist to the left or twist in the direction of whatever leg you have on top. Inhale and exhale coming out of there. Great. From here, we're going to make our way onto our backs. Have your strap handy and at least one block handy within your reach. If you would not like to do a roll down, a core roll down, go ahead and come onto your backs. Those of you that do want that practice, couple ways. For some of us, we need to have our knees bent and hold on as we roll down. Others, you can take your legs long and follow me. So belly button is in nice and tight. You're going to get a deep C curve scoop. And be mindful as you roll down here. If you've got inflexibilities in the spine or some weaknesses in the front body, you're going to go down a little bit faster in those parts. So just kind of be mindful of that. And then when you get down there, bring your knees into your chest and rock, rock, rock side to side. If it would feel good to you to take your hands to your knees and take some little circles here, just do that. We're going to come into our first bridge. Okay. I'm going to take my feet down, heels not too close or too far away from the glutes. Hip, knees, and toes are going to track. Arms to the side, roll the shoulders back. Big inhale, belly button in. Exhale, press into the feet, lift up. Your body will let you know when your hips should not come up any higher. Good. So try not let the knees fall out to the side or fall inward. Be engaged. And when you're ready, we'll take that down and we'll wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Okay. Now, for bridge number 2, it can be any bridge of your choice. So I'm actually going to bring my strap in here and I'm going to use this to help me bind at the ankles because as you can see, I can't quite reach. If you can reach, you can do it without the strap. You can also clasp your hands underneath with or without the strap. You can come into a full back bend if that's in your practice. You can have a block under your tailbone if you want restorative. But before you go into the bridge, make sure hips, knees, and toes are tracking in that alignment. And when you're ready, find your bridge. So I love using the strap in a couple of these because if you can't quite bind at the ankles or can't bind comfortably at the hands, the strap will help you into those and it'll feel just like it does if you could bind without the strap. You get all the benefits. Good. And then from here, when you're ready, based on where you went, carefully come out of your bridge. Good. Now have your strap handy here. Grab your block. Good. Now from this block, good. I'm going to take it on the lowest setting and I'm going to place it under my hip bone. So I want the tailbone and both sits bones to be on my block. If you've got something going on in the low back, maybe you've got arthritis or something going on back here, and that block's not a good idea or comfortable to you, you can do this without the block. The block just gives you a little bit more range of motion. So from here, one knee at a time. Good. And when you're ready, good. You're just going to go over just a little bit. You're not going to go a lot on the block because you'll fall off the block if you do. This is about control. It is tight, tight control. Good. Now from here, come back to center. Separate the legs a little bit from the hips. Good. Could you go down just a little bit into a hover? We're not touching the floor. Exhale and engage, coming back up. Watch your back. If the back is arching, legs and feet are going too low. And one more. Good. Take that into a bicycle. Let's reverse pedal. Good. And then from here, I'm just going to take one leg at a time. And I'm just going to be here in this modified shoulder stand, legs up the wall. Now, if you're someone that's dying to come into full shoulder stand and that's already part of your practice, you can go there, but I'm just going to hang out here for a moment and I'm just going to point and flex my feet. And roll the ankles in one direction and then in the other. Good. You are free to stay here. So maybe we're going to take your hands on the outside of those legs for support, maybe touching the soles of the feet together. Maybe releasing and taking the legs out to the side. Maybe you can take them a little bit wide. Hands can stay on the thighs for support. And carefully coming back up. Good. Bending the knees, 1 foot at a time onto the floor. Lift the hips, remove that block. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle side to side, bringing knees into the chest. Good. We're going to grab our strap. So I'm going to take my strap around the center part of the right foot. Good. Now from here, we've gotten in the hamstrings a lot, so we're going to kind of do this a little bit differently from what we normally do. So I've got both straps in my right hand. Toes, knees, and hips are going to turn out away from the body. Both hips are going to stay grounded as you take this leg out to the side. So just kind of feel what you feel. Now from here, if you really like this, then just stay here. There's no need, why you have to move. Those of you that want to go into the half happy baby, bring that leg up. Hip, knee, and toe are still facing away from the body. Good. You can choke up on your strap and just bend in here, or you can release, grabbing yogi foot or yogi toe. Be where you're good there. Your other leg can be long. I'm going to take my other arm behind me. So I'm in half happy baby and long arm, long leg on the other side. If this isn't for you, do what is. It makes no sense to stay somewhere that's not working for you. If you can't breathe well, if you're thinking, this is the worst feeling I've ever felt in my life, well, we don't want to be there. Our journey to our highest self does sometimes include challenges, but it doesn't mean that we can't or we need to stay somewhere that causes us pain, physical or otherwise. And then from here, when we're ready, we're going to release, take that leg back up to the ceiling. Good. And we are going to do a midair switcheroo. Good. So both straps into the left hand, left toes, knees, and hips are going to turn out to the left. Good. And we'll take that leg out to the left. Now, just like on the other side, if this feels good and you want to hang out here, hang out here. If you want to take this into the half happy baby, take your leg back up. Good. Choke up on your strap if you're going to use that and just bend. And then maybe the other option, you can take that right leg long in front of you, right arm long behind you. And when you're ready, good, we're going to release. Good. Bring those knees into the chest, rock, 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 side to side. And we are ready for Shavasana. So because you're home, you can bring in any prop here that you would like. If you like that for Shavasana, you can bring in a neck pillow, a pillow underneath your legs, bolster, blocks, what have you. You can let everything come long and flop open. You can put a bend in the knees. You can be on your side. You can be on your belly. Be where you can be comfortable. And then see if you can make yourself 10% more comfortable there. And I'll leave you here for a few moments practicing the hardest yoga pose of all, being still. Taking some deep breaths here. From here, when you're ready, you can choose stillness or taking head and neck from side to side. Choosing stillness, or maybe inviting movement of fingers and toes. Choosing stillness, or taking knees into the chest, choosing to keep the upper body grounded, or maybe lifted into a full body hug. And choosing stillness, or taking legs long in front of you, moving any props out of the way first, arms long behind you, and reach and lengthen from the edge of the fingertips, the edge of the toes, full body stretch, point and flex to the feet, bend and stretch through the hands, twirling wrists and ankles in one direction, and then in the other. And then from here, whenever you're ready, carefully bending in both knees, and you choose rolling over onto your right or left side, the side that works best for your body in this moment. Taking all the time you need here. And when you're ready, pressing yourself up to a comfortable seat, whatever that looks like for you. Maybe the same one you started with, maybe a different one. Good. And just notice how you feel compared to when we started. Palms up to the ceiling. Inhale, reach and lengthen, touching palms together. Exhale, hands and heart center. Coming back to the intention, the Niyama-Tapas, or whatever you chose on your own. We'll take our thumbs to our forehead for good and true thoughts, to our lips for good and kind words, and to our hearts for open and loving hearts, knowing no effort on this mat is ever wasted. No gain is ever reversed. May you be safe. May you stay well. You have a wonderful day, evening, week, month ahead. Namaste.